Hi, guys. Welcome back to my podcast. I am happy to have you guys back. Once again, I missed a week. Forgive me. But it's because, again, same thing, it's hard to edit. So if any of you guys are interested in editing my videos for extra cash, let me know. But today's episode is a really fun one. I think the other episodes have been a little bit emotional, but this episode is gonna be about business. So if you're into business or you're thinking about starting a business, that could be a good episode for you guys. But before we get into that, you guys know I have my emotional support drink for this weekend. I have a green tea with raspberry and strawberry. This is so good, so refreshing. Of course, we're already in fall, but it's still 85 degrees. So, and let's manifest the company to reach out and sponsor us because why not? If I get them every single week, more than once a week, let's not say. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about business. In my title, in my pickup line, I say, let's talk about business, love, and all things spiritual. So let's talk business. Let's talk. I think 2 days ago, of course, I was scrolling through TikTok and I came across a video, and I'm not sure if you guys know who Itati is. Itati Lopez, shout out to my girl. Her vibe is everything. She's super cool, super just everything. Her and her mom, Doña Silvia. And she also is an entrepreneur. So she does social media. She does like her podcast, which I love and I miss. She also has a restaurant, I believe, one or two. And then she also has a business. So she has a skincare and certain products that she sells. So she does it all. I'm like, you go, girl. Props to her. I'm trying to be like you. But the video basically was like, there was this girl, she's like, I don't know why I think these influencers think that they can take a product and sell it 10 times more than other consumers. Like, I found one of her soaps at Dollar Tree. So allegedly, she found one of her Dollar Tree finds, and it happened to be similar to Itati's. And she went off and saying, how is it possible that we can get it for $1.50? And she's over here selling it for, let's say, 500% profit, which is making 5 times more than what the soap is actually worth. And I was like, okay, I get it. I get it. Why should we have to pay 10 times the price of a product where we can get somewhere else for a lot cheaper? That's what a consumer would think like. Now, if you're a business owner, and I hope if you're listening to this, it's because you are a business owner. That is what business is. The higher the margin of profit, the more you are successful. Now, it's not about screwing people over or overpricing your stuff. That's what every business does, especially people who buy in bulk and resell. This has been the core of a business for many, many years. People like myself, I came into a realization a long time ago, like, I'm paying the city $100 every month for water. when water is free, guys. Water is free. You can get it at a river, you can get it from a well. You got to build yourself. You can get it from a lot of places. Yet people are paying $100, even more, a month for someone who decided to take control over it. Am I grasping? Don't blame the business owner. Blame yourself for not learning how to take those resources and do it yourself. We are paying for the brand, for the energy, for the work they do, the business owner. You are using $1,000 phone, but it probably cost the company $2 to make. And I don't see you guys complaining there. Are we getting me? I told you guys that I had a small business. I've always been really interested in business. I love everything that has to do with administering, everything that has to do with business, financial, everything, trade, sell. And I had a small lash business. And that's where I got the name Alfa Bella y Mística. I named it Alpha Beauty. And this business, I was like, I'm not intending it for it to get big and huge. And I was like, I need this as a side business, like something that's going to get me extra cash. Like I'm already buying lashes and I already wear them so consistently. Why not sell them? So you know what? I had the basics on how to workbooks, how to keep track of my inventory, how to buy and sell and calculate my profit. And you know what? I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I used to buy like 5 pairs of lashes for $1. I used to buy them overseas. This was before the tariffs and all of that. But 5 pairs of lashes for $1. And you know what? I used to sell the lashes for $5 each. So if you can calculate that, out of $1, I was making $25. That's a high margin. That's not including the packaging, because I did used to repackage them and then put my own label on them. The thing is, people can see it as like, damn, she was scamming us. Like she was making all this money from 25-cent dollar lashes, upping it to 5. Yes. But little did you guys know I had spent hours trying them on, because I ordered multiple lashes, not just one pair and hope they were good. Multiple lashes. I had to wear them like I do now. I wore them out. People would ask me like, what lashes are you wearing? They're so cute. Till this day they do. And I would be like, hey, I sell them if you want. I took the time to take pictures to advertise my own product. After taking the pictures, I had to upload them onto Instagram. I made an Instagram to sell my products. I made a website I had to take pictures of everything. It was continuous hours of work. And yes, I was making a big profit, but my time and energy is not free. I wasn't going to give it all for free, sell them for $1. What about my time? My time is more valuable. Yes, once the pictures were uploaded, it was more of a passive income. They were on there, whatever kept in stock, I would sell. I didn't have to really, but I had to reach out to my customers. I had customers like my girls, till this day, they're day ones every weekend. Like, hey girl, let me know. I'm going to be in this town if you need lashes. They would be like, yeah, if you're already coming, can I buy? It would never be 1 pair. It would be 3, 4, 5 pairs. Sometimes they're like, oh, I get paid next week. I'll be like, girl, it's fine. keep, I'll take you one pair or two pairs. You can pay me back later. Sometimes they didn't pay me, but the next week they would order 6, 7, 8 pairs at once they got paid. And it was the time and dedication to it that kept them coming back. At one point, my small business, it's not a lot, but for me it is. I sold at least like 20 something pairs in one day, which is crazy because even bigger businesses don't ever sell that much. But that just proves that you have to be creative, you have to be ambitious, resilient. There was weeks where I was not consistent on Instagram, like posting and, having cute little videos of my lashes, and I would not get any sales. And that's because I was not consistent. And you know what? I wanted to give up. I was like, man, they're not buying anymore. But you know what? Something came up. I would get cute. I would do my lashes, and then girls would be like, oh my God, what style is that? I want some. And back again, why did I end that job? As many of you guys know, that I have been going through like a family matter dynamics, and I took some time to try to figure myself out. Like, what am I doing with my life? Mentally, like, I wanted to start a lot of stuff. I'm very creative. I'm very business-like. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And obviously it takes time from your day. Like I said, there comes a point where it's like passive, but of course you have to continuously put in the work. And I didn't give it my all. The same with this podcast. I've been telling myself this. I need to treat it like a business because it truly is. I'm not just out here giving people my time for free. Eventually, I want this to grow into something bigger where all my hard work pays off. You know what I mean? I'm continuously showing up. I need to be more consistent and edit my videos because our time and energy is something we really can't get back. You can get money back, but not our time and energy. So this episode, I'm like, you can take anything. People took a tree, made it paper, and then made money. Now money is like a god for everyone. But if you really think about it, it's paper, it's a tree. We are the ones who put a value to it. Or else it would just be a paper. The same with any product or any service that you decide to do. You are the one who put the value to it. And you have to realize that starting a business is not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But sometimes you gotta take the risk. Like, if you feel it in your gut, like I said before, business is not for everyone. It's not. You are going to be working 24/7. Your business is going to be in the back of your head continuously. A 9 to 5, you go, you clock in, you get off work, and you're done. You don't have to drag it home. If you really don't care, like, it's that simple. But a business, you're always thinking about how you can better your product. How can you sell more? How can you reach? Like myself, it's been a battle between this this podcast. I'm like, I want people to hear what I gotta say, but at the same time, I'm scared for people to listen and judge and criticize and give me feedback. Like, it's a scary in between. But you know what? I'm not gonna force anything. I'm gonna let things be. Allow whatever is meant to happen to happen. That's, I let go of resistance. I just know that whatever I do, I'm good at it. And that's not cocky. It took this girl, my inner child, I was super, super doubtful. I doubted myself because of like growing up, you know. I was taught to be scared of, being in debt, scared of taking steps. But you know what? I'm like, I don't have to be scared. I know I'm capable of doing big things. And when you plant a seed, you will see it by the fruit, like I said. I'm not telling you guys, go and share my video. Please share my videos to others. I know the right person, if they feel like they need to share it to someone else, they will. If it's meant for yourself, if only one person listens to it, it's meant to be like that. I'm not going to force things to happen a certain way or not. I think emphasize a lot business and doing your own thing is because you're not being controlled. You're not working under anyone. I don't know. I'm not going to get in deep into it. I don't think it's the right time, but it's truly an honor to realize like you are the one who gives value to things. Like, let's be honest, you can probably find the same material in some of these expensive luxury stores with the same quality but what are you buying? It's not the quality. It could be, but you're actually buying the branding. Only certain people can afford it, and they idolize it for you to be like, one day I want to buy my first designer purse. Like, that's your goal. And it makes it unreachable. So it's more desirable, But is it really worth a $10,000 purse? Like, they made it that value. And there's some people willing to pay for it. Like, personally, I wouldn't. Even if I had millions, billions, I don't think you would catch me in those stores. Just because I put my value into other stuff. I'd probably open a dog shelter and charities to help people out. People who are in drugs and they're addicts. I would open a shelter for dogs. That's where I would put my money in. But that's not the point. The point is like you add value to whatever you decide, whether it's a service or a product. Shout out to my little cousin. I have a little cousin who has a strawberry chocolate coverage, so desserts and like pastries. You are the one to put your value. Nobody else. There's millions of people doing it around here in our area, but what makes you different from these other people? What makes you different? It's your interchange, your way of being. Maybe you're like quick. Maybe you're responsible. If you can't do something, you let the person know. You give credibility. There's millions of things that could separate you from another person. You are the one that give your service something different. So going back to Itati's video, if she wants to sell Dollar Tree soaps, but with a different brand, a different packaging, so be it. Let the woman be successful. And I clap for her because it's not easy. Like I said, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But my props to her because we're all trying to make it. Who is not? For different reasons. Whatever each person has, their creativity pays off, their energy, their hard work. So shout out to her. That's another person I hope to one day work with. This is the time to manifest, and I'm going to speak it out loud. My goal is to be an entrepreneur. I have so many ideas. Every time, I'm not going to share a lot, but one of my few ideas everyone who knows me knows I'm such a good cook. um, I like to cook, and I told my man, I was like, I'm gonna open a business one day, cooking in a restaurant or a coffee shop. I was like, I even if it fails, I don't care. That's one of my goals. Like, I want to try it. That's one of my desires, and I feel like it could be different from other people. There's something different about it that's going to attract other people, Maybe it's the love, the compassion, the love through the food that brings people back. You don't know. But yeah, that's one of my goals. And if you guys have a business in mind, let's talk. Let's conversate around that. Let's manifest together. Let's pray about it. Let's ask God to give guidance. Let's pretend that we already are business owners. If you are happy in your 9 to 5, props to you. And I completely respect you and honor you. Like I said, it's not for everyone. Maybe you're happy where you are, but some of us do want to surpass the norm. We don't want to have a comfortable life. We like the challenge. Because that's what it is when you're signing up to be a business owner. You're not content with what society has to offer you, or you're not content with a job or a 9 to 5, that you decide to get a 24/7 job, which is your own business. But like I said, prop to Itati. I hope everyone who's planning to start a business or already has one, you continue to work hard and think about it. You have something different than other people have to offer. Make your brand your name. Mine, when I was planning my Alpha, Bella y Mística. Alpha, because I see myself as a very a person who is a leader, who has to likes to take lead and control. Sometimes control is not good, but usually they like to lead others. They like to influence others to do good, obviously. Bella, because we do talk feminine. We do talk about femininity, like how to straighten our feminine traits, how to be a boss woman, but also remain in that feminine energy when we can still be soft and gentle, and we can talk about makeup and whatever it is, being a nurturing mother. And Mística, of course, you guys realize by now, we're in the 16 episode, that I am very spiritual. I am very open to any religion. I'm not stuck on particularly one religion, even though I use the Bible. I am not exclusive to anybody's beliefs, and I think it's important to have faith. It's not just you live here and you're passing through life like nothing. There is that spiritual part that if you learn to tap into, your life will change. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys like this business aspect, this encouragement. If you guys would like a video on how to get your business license and go into detail on that, I think that would be boring, but there's so many people that I think it's necessary to do so. Do things right. Like I said before, do things right. Follow the laws. Get your permits, super easy, inexpensive, and you get to do things right. You get to do your taxes, everything as it should. And plus, if you want to sell the pop-ups and, little farmers markets and all of that, you are required to have a seller's permit. And it's so easy to get it and obtain it. But if you guys need help, let me know. I'm going to leave my email at the bottom if you guys want to reach out. Dutch Bros, if you want to reach out and sponsor me, let me know. Hola. Hella manifesting. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.